Well, how's it going, dudes? And welcome back to DYSCHRONIA. And, yeah, I believe we're headed out. Yeah, I believe it's to the Bureau, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, what? From what I am aware of, there are 4 coins to find, aside from the one in the room. There are 4 coins to find. One of them is up here. Yes, there it is. I think I passed it.
What's this?
The people of AT to the surface.
This.
Wait, why didn't it collect it? Yeah, it's not collecting it. Why isn't it collecting it?
What's this?
For some reason, it's not collecting it.
What's this?
Oh. Let's do that first.
Maya, why did you want to hide the coin? I wanted Hal to remember the promise he made. I think it must have meant a lot to him.
Master Trader. AT Reconstruction. Oh, now I had to do that in order to collect the coin. Can I? And now I can move. Or not. I did not want to teleport. Yeah. Now, which way? This floor? This doesn't seem to be the right place. Let's just click the end of the hall. Which seems like a no. Headquarters? Yeah. Oh, there's Ash.
Yesterday was a real whirlwind, right?
Yes, it was.
This case is turning out to be a real headache. How about going to speak to Elaine?
Do we have a choice in the matter?
There you are. There's still some time until the trial. Take some rest. We're scanning the underground lab, and the professor's autopsy is underway. The trial starts when they're finished.
Can't you postpone it? We haven't even found the professor's corpse.
I'm afraid not.
Technically,
if we leave
have.
it any longer, the city's collective mental state will get even worse. We need to identify the culprit today.
What do you mean we haven't found the first reports?
Go ask Elaine.
I read your report this morning. There were a couple of points that raised an eyebrow, though. On the whole, there's nothing wrong with it. But if you really did investigate everything you said you did, I can't help but think you somehow split into 3 to cover all that ground.
Yeah, it kinda did.
Director General! You're forgetting yours truly. Me and Hal together are worth at least 3 people.
Of course. You had Lily with you. Well, keep up the pace from here on out. Results, that's all that matters here. Eustace doesn't care what you do to get them.
Okay. Talk to Ash. Again.
Go ask Elaine.
You're useless. I'll check around the office, see if there's any coins. I mean, you'd be able to see it under the sparkle. Ooh, I see a sparkle. That's not a coin, that's a USB.
What's this? Who left it here? Let's see what's on here.
Seems like it's an executable file for that marionette's pod. Looks a little old to me, though.
Who on earth
Does it?
left this here on my desk?
Oh, this is my desk.
Huh. Hal? Could we use this to prove the marionette was there at the scene of the crime in the trial?
No. This alone isn't enough to prove the marionette was in the underground lab.
I guess not.
Can we even prove they were ever there?
From 12 years ago.
Looks like they finished. Let's get going, shall we?
Oh no.
I'll wait for you outside the tribunal. Join me when you're ready. You do remember where the entrance to the tribunal is, don't you?
Yeah. Sure I do. And data from Professor's house. Okay, now it's gonna let me move, huh? Or not? And now
A bullet? Why would you carry around something like that?
good question.
A lead bullet? I've never seen one of those before.
Oh, I was hanging out with you when I found it, man. Pretty rare, right? I always keep hold of old trinkets.
When did you get there?
I guess you could use stuff like that to see some memories from the past or something.
And now he goes back there.
Ash, wait! What did you want to show
Wait, we're
me?
Ash.
Shh! Take a look over there. What is it?
And there's Noel.
I've had enough. Hal, let's go home.
Where did you find this?
Just here, this morning. I spotted it first.
Okay, sorry.
Stop
There was some
it.
music going
I'm gonna
on
go
in the
tell
background that
professor.
I forgot to click into the game, get rid of.
Jeez, Hal. I knew this would happen if you brought him along.
Yeah, I think we should go and tell him too. It's a crime to bring weapons into the city, right?
I'm telling you, it'll be fine. Look how rusted it is. You couldn't hurt anyone with it.
You can bludgeon someone with it.
Look, all I want to do is keep something from the outside, okay?
Look at his judgmental look. Judgmental stare.
Ash.
Is that it? Can't forget to check Elaine's desk too. There might be something over there. Don't particularly see anything else. Partial eating candy bar. Key card. No, floppy disk.
What's
For a
this?
futuristic world, why are there floppy disks?
This disc was found in the professor's house. I'm pretty sure it's empty, but we're gonna have it analyzed just in case.
Like 20 items in the memory room. 30%. Wait, I'm the professor.
Abnormality detected. Entering automatic backup mode.
Estelia.
It's almost imperceptible, but there's a slight anomaly in its personality's substrate.
Data disk not found. Insert the disk correctly within the allotted time frame.
Oh. Oh, he's already going for it.
Data disk not found. Suspending automatic backup mode.
Wait, what if I can actually put it in there? He did hesitate.
Professor.
He had the missing log data, the marionette. If I can change the professor's actions, yeah, I knew it.
Abnormality detected. Enter.
Yeah. But this makes her just as tall as the professor. Yet she's shorter. The professors gave the same amount of did the same amount of
It's almost
filled up the same amount of
imperceptible,
room in this
Data
game.
disk not found. Data disk not found.
Now come on. I didn't know I had moved there.
Abnormality.
It's almost in.
Data disk not found. Backup
Did it this time.
complete.
All right. Everything looks good to me.
Did something happen to the disk? Let's take another look at it back at my desk.
Going. Oh, okay.
Wow, this is incredible! The data was completely erased! How did you recover it?
We can use this to prove the marionette was there in the underground lab.
Yeah. Proving he's innocent. Since. I believe that's it. Aw, won't let me eat. What does it say? Oh, it's just an energy bar. Alright. Ash, you got anything to say?
There's something I want to ask you.
No, it's fine.
You'll be at the trial too, right?
Of course, man. I'll be there with Lane. You should go over all the info you've gathered before the trial, man.
Got it.
If it looks like you need a hand at any point, I'll have your back. Don't worry.
Serious woman in white.
Any idea what that girl is up to?
Beats me. I lost sight of her again. I keep getting reports of sightings, but she always seems to give me the slip.
She's armed and dangerous.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
We should probably do something about that gun of hers.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you at the tribunal. Good luck.
Sorry, I had to adjust my headset. Alright, well. Checking how much time I've been recording for. Anything else I gotta look for? Or is that it? What? Why is it already dark? Didn't think we were in there that long.
Lily,
That's the gate you used when there's trial on, right?
Yeah!
If it leads to the tribunal, that's where Justicius is. Aren't you gonna go over everything you found so far before? Right, I have to do that. Now before we head there. Back. Got more data on him. Oh, there's a lot. This. The missing body.
I see.
The professor was killed in his lab. And someone moved the body into the underground lab. Those are the two crucial facts. I'm absolutely sure they hold the key to reveal the truth. Seriously, I have to go back into it. Okay, so what's this? Recovery access panel registry. Unexplained trait, no. Ah, this is the unexplained trait.
I see.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. Okay, so those two did not match up. Wait, what?
My head's feeling sad and unloved.
Where are you? I'm inside her.
You call that a head rub? You're nothing compared to Maya. I don't feel like it right now.
What's this? Video record toy box. Few visitors. No. Oh. Professor's bedroom seemed as though it was based on the toys we made when we were kids. A memory-based puzzle only we could have solved. Professor want us to find out about the underground lab? Come on, really? Wow, this is the longest one yet. Okay. This one on here. No, I have to figure this out. Here. No, here. Yeah.
I think I get it.
The Stellia, the marionette, was in the underground lab until right before the incident. And I shouldn't be able to use this to prove it. Okay then. Come on. Let me do stuff while that's happening. Recovery panel. Yeah, there we go. Monitor in the lab showed that the professor was expecting 2 visitors that day, but the restored access panel registry only showed Keith Tozaki's name, and Elaine didn't step foot inside the lab. I'm guessing whoever destroyed the panel did it to cover their tracks. Which means the person who destroyed the access panel was... Wait, could have... It doesn't feel like it might have been Keith. Because he doesn't seem like the type of person to do that. My bad. On to go. Files falsification program. Done. Come on. But I'm pretty sure we already did this. Yeah, we already did that. No. I've got 78%. Right, this one.
I see.
That girl Ari works at the Quantum Interference Research Institute. For a reason, I still don't know. She went to the professor on the day of the incident. And I still haven't figured out why she keeps trying to kill me. She's related to the case somehow, or perhaps. This music is perfect for this. It's so dramatic. Okay, so I did that. Yeah, it still shows this stuff up. I think I'm missing something though. What's this? Scan the professor's house. There we go.
I think I get it.
Wonder how the marionette gained access to the professor's lab, but I'm betting they used the lab's secret door to enter the room. The professor was probably using the hidden door to keep his marionette researcher a secret. You know what? I can't go back in time. No wait, is it in key items? Yeah. Okay, I probably could continue onward. There might be a branch. Yeah, let's just continue onward. There might be a branch if I get all of them.
Lily.
Yeah!
Because I can't... Hopefully 80% is good enough. Because otherwise...
Well then, let's get going. Shall we?
I
Special
guess I don't have a
Supervisor
choice.
Halcyon, identification code confirmed. This public trial will commence shortly.
Public?
In this trial, only myself and the supervisors have the authority to make statements, along with Mr. Tozaki and the witness, who have been granted permission to do so. Albert Rumford died on December 17th at his home in the Research District. Time of death presumed to be 7:55. Cause of death assumed to be murder. Allow me to give an overview of the incident, based on the evidence brought to light. According to the scan of the body that was discovered, the cause of death was a puncture wound from a roughly 23-centimeter long blade.
It does sound like the pruning
The
knife.
murder weapon has not been recovered. The corpse was discovered in the laboratory at 9 on December 17th. It vanished shortly after. The lab access registry indicates that Keith Tozaki was the only individual to enter the lab after midnight on December 17. There is no evidence the access registry has been tampered with. Albert's body was later recovered in the secret underground room. The room was accessible via the bedroom and the lab, but the entrance was cleverly hidden. Someone with close ties to the professor may well have known about the underground room.
I mean, he did.
Next, let me describe
But
what
he
took place
he
in
may
the
not have
scene of
known
the
about the
crime
secret
on
passage.
December 17th.
No, wait, that vision was in the lab. He didn't know.
Chief Tozaki
He may not
arrived
know
at
about the
Albert's
secret lab.
house shortly before 8. The lab door doesn't open until 8 exactly, so he waited by the entrance. However, Mr. Tozaki entered the room as soon as the door opened at 8, and proceeded to stab the professor to death with the knife he'd brought with him. Then, when Ms. Simmons arrived, he hid within the house. And while she was distracted, moved the corpse to the underground room. He then placed the body in the biological pod and exited via the bedroom to the hall. He then likely destroyed the access panel to cover his tracks.
Oh, I've
Based
only
on
got
the evidence,
80%.
this reconstruction has an 82.2% plausibility rating. The
I've
odds
only
that
got
Mr. Tozaki is
80.4.
responsible are overwhelmingly high.
For crying out loud. The only reason I'm in the frame is because you guys haven't found anyone else who fits the bill. That sound about right?
Yeah.
Whatever. Let's say I did it. What was my motive?
We can hypothesize. However, we do not place any value in motive.
Well, then that's dumb.
Who is responsible? How was the crime carried out? These are the crucial questions.
That's dumb. Well, yes, I agree with that, but the motive is still
Very well.
a viable reason as to why they would do it.
Today, we formally indict Keith Tozaki as a suspect in this murder case. You shall be dealt with in accordance with the laws of the city. Supervisor, we assume you have no objections?
I saw it. I know he's not responsible. I need to show proof that someone else is the culprit. Eustace, I've spent every waking hour of the last few days investigating this case. The truth is still out there, buried. Before you indict him, please, just give me a little more time.
Oh. Oh,
Supervisor
shut up.
Sion, this is a public trial. A vast number of this city's residents are observing proceedings via augmented dreaming. Your duty is not to fuel their unease and anxiety with theatrics.
No, my duty is to find the real culprit.
But to protect
You are
and
preventing me
preserve
from
their
doing.
peaceful slumber. Am I making myself clear?
Maybe Eustace doesn't want me unveiling the truth.
Ultimately, the citizens will determine whether your claims are truthful.
I think someone else was responsible for the crime. Allow me to explain.
Okay, I'm explaining. Who was responsible for the murder of the founder?
The professor was conducting research on a specialized humanoid in the secret lab. This humanoid, the marionette, is known as Cystelia. They are the one responsible for his murder.
Scanning of the underground lab was completed before the trial began. But we found no trace of this marionette you describe. Formless ghosts don't warrant discussion here, in the tribunal. I suppose you can provide us with the evidence to prove the marionette's culpability.
Proof that the missing marionette killed the professor. I ought to be able to prove my case with all the evidence I've gathered. 4 of the rooms in the professor's house are key to solving this case. The lab, the scene of the crime.
Right.
The secret underground room. The bedroom with the mysterious puzzle. The hall connecting to the entrance. Allow me to explain the irregularities we found in each of those rooms. It's time to unveil the truth we discovered at the heart of this case.
Right.
You've got plenty of info in your investigation log. Just explain it all step by step.
Go for it, mister! Cross-reference the relevant information you found in each location!
What did you see that might be connected to the culprit's movements?
No. This doesn't have any direct relation to the case. No. This doesn't... The body found in the underground room.
Tell us what you found there.
The marionette that disappeared from the underground room. The lab with the hidden door.
What does the room have to do with the culprit?
Memory-based puzzle.
No. This doesn't have any direct relation. The source of the shriek in the bedroom.
You're almost there. There must be some trace of the culprit in here, too.
Undisclosed visit. No. I don't think she did it. Well, we know it was the marionette.
Panel registry. 5 inexplicable points relating to the case.
I can prove the marionette's existence and culpability with the evidence I submitted.
The music is so loud.
Allow me to go over what happened at the crime scene on the morning of the incident.
I can barely hear what Hal was saying.
Many of the citizens are in agreement with you. They're expecting you to uncover the truth in your account.
Man, this feels like Fontaine.
Very well. I will permit you to explain the course of events in the reconstruction space.
Hal, Supervisor Sion. You'll now be transferred to a reconstruction based on the details in your investigation log. You will then reconstruct the particulars of the incident. Proceed with care. You'll only get one chance to win the citizens over.
Oh boy.
No need to go freaking him out like that. Don't get so worked up. Just focus on keeping your story straight. That's all there is to it.
Got it.
Initiating crime scene simulation.
Oh. Lily, you coming with me? Here he goes.
Pull both handles outwards to enter the reconstruction space, mister.
Oh, so blue.
Is this some kind of virtual reality? It looks just like the prof's house.
By the way, Hal, the simulation system is the result of your ability, memory diving, being patched into the AD system. Your hypotheses based on the evidence you found will play out within the simulation. So take a deep breath and let the citizens hear your description of what happened.
Here goes.
Right. Commencing reconstruction.
This is the secret basement room found hidden beneath the professor's house. Its existence was even kept hidden from the Administration Bureau.
First goes to the awakened marionette.
This is where the professor carried out his research on the marionette Cystelia. The marionette's nature is closer to that of a variant than that of a human. It appears they were an attempt by the professor to artificially construct a variant. They were here until the morning of the incident. Why are they missing now, you ask? Allow me to reconstruct the marionette's movements on that fateful morning.
Oh.
Cystelia awoke at 7 that morning. Yes, at the exact time the clock tower bell rang out. The marionette likely intended to harm the professor from the outset. That's my assumption based on the fact the murder weapon is missing from the room. So, what did Cystelia use to murder the professor with? Time to trace the culprit's movements.
Pruning knife was missing. Was in her right hand though.
A pruning knife used on the plant.
It's certainly a perfect match for the wound.
So the marionette took a weapon and left the room of its own accord.
Next, the marionette headed for the lab, where the professor was eventually killed. That day, the lab was shut, and admittance to the lab was strictly regulated. However, access to the lab from the underground room is possible without alerting anyone. Time to examine the door and move to the lab. Excuse me. The marionette Cystelia. Headed to the scene of the crime via the door leading to the lab.
Well, that definitely explains why they weren't in the access registry.
There was a plant that grows in response to the presence of ion particles in the lab. The faint trace of particles given off by the marionette triggered the plant's abnormal growth.
You often see plants like that out in the eastern desert. You can see how bad contamination is getting based on how the plant's doing. Pretty neat.
I'm sure the professor must have been startled by the intruder. Cystelia approached the professor and attacked him with the weapon.
I just went forward holding the knife.
The professor was stabbed in the left side of his chest with a knife and died of his
Oddly,
wounds.
on the internet, that's where I poked him.
Well, that correlates with the results from the scan of the corpse. The orientation of the corpse matches up perfectly with your account.
That's how they used the hidden door to access the lab and kill the professor. The door to
And
the
that's
lab
when
was later
Keith comes in.
unlocked at 8, when Mr. Tozaki discovered the crime scene. Cystelia then fled through the open door. It's highly likely that the marionette is still in possession of the murder weapon. Their whereabouts are still unknown.
It certainly seems plausible, but what about the professor's body?
I haven't finished my explanation just yet. The professor's murderer and the person who hid his body were two different people. So, who hid the professor's body, you ask? That was you, Keith Tozaki.
What?
Let's reconstruct the events of that morning after you spotted the marionette. After the marionette fled, Mr. Tozaki was left alone at the scene. He didn't want anyone to get the impression he was involved in the incident. So he quickly examined the scene and hatched a cover-up plan to hide the body. But then, someone entirely unexpected appeared. The professor's friend, Martha Simmons. Being spotted would sink his cover-up plan, so he hid and waited to see what would happen. In the end, the place he chose to hide was... I'll choose somewhere I won't be seen.
No, because she would have seen him there. So it had to be... Or something ajar. You could easily slip through and get to the basement.
Keith Tozaki headed behind the door to the underground room that had been left ajar.
That checks out. You'd have a hard time finding someone there.
And that's why there was no sign of him when Ms. Simmons discovered the professor's body. But he still wasn't in a position to hide the body. He had to divert Ms. Simmons' attention away from the body. With that objective in mind, he headed for the bedroom.
Right.
After discovering the body, Martha Simmons heard a noise coming from the bedroom and left the crime scene. The source of that noise was... I think they'll understand straight away if I demonstrate the sound for them. Keith Tozaki used the gramophone to draw Martha Simmons' attention.
You're right. It definitely does sound like a shriek.
And that's how he lured her out of the lab and into the bedroom. He passed through the underground room again and headed back to the lab for the body. By hiding the corpse, he was leaving only minimal traces of the crime at the scene. Once he arrived in the underground room, he placed the body in the empty biological pod. After that, he left the bedroom and headed for the hall. He moved swiftly to ensure he went undetected.
Ah! I hit my own desk.
Using his prosthetic left arm. While Miss Simmons was looking for the missing body, he snuck out through the entrance door. That's how he escaped from the crime scene.
Ow! I hit my own hand on my desk.
That is everything that happened on the morning of the incident.
Reconstruction complete.
Keith Tozaki may have attempted a cover-up of the incident at the crime scene, but he is not responsible for the professor's murder. No. The culprit is the professor's very own research subject, Cystelia, and they're still out there, somewhere in the city.
100%! Yeah!
That was an exquisite reconstruction. It's as if you saw the events with your own two eyes. We accept the supervisor's testimony. We hereby indict Cystelia as a suspect in the murder of Professor Albert Rumford. Use of firearms is approved. Supervisors, your orders are to terminate the suspect on site.
That concludes this public trial.
Now what? Where'd you come from?
Eustace.
How? I must say you've certainly distinguished yourself. You've brought to light every aspect of the case.
Did I?
Even those perhaps best left uncovered.
You wanted to keep the Marionette's existence a secret, didn't you? Why?
Remember, the people don't want the truth. They want the illusion of tranquility. They leave governance to me, so they can go on living in blissful ignorance.
How can they be happy like that? Living in a dream world. Not facing up to reality. This system you've created, it's nothing but smoke and mirrors.
Yep.
Are you sure you'll be able to bear the weight of reality? You intrigue me, Hal. For that, I'm going to share a little piece of information with you.
Organic humanoid.
Well, without further ado, in time you would have found out anyway. So allow me to tell you in advance. We were aware of the marionette Cystelia's existence.
Huh? You knew about them?
Everybody. Well, everybody except for her is shocked.
The marionette is the result of a joint research project between the professor and I. We built it 12 years ago to use in an experiment. The marionette is a copy of a variant that was cooperating with our research at the time. They were also used in the experiment Albert carried out 3 years ago. Likewise in the experiments to test and refine augmented dreaming functionality.
So it was just another lab rat, like me and the others.
You could say so. It was put into the care of the Bureau after the experiment. However, when it awoke, it slaughtered the officers guarding it and went into hiding. Bafflingly, it returned once again to the professor.
You played dumb because it's a confidential matter in your dealings with the other cities. I'm guessing you knew about this too, Director General?
I did.
And the missing data in the underground lab?
Yes, that was my order. The marionette is a strictly classified asset. It must be kept secret from the residents.
The relevant dossier is classified, but I've granted you access. The marionette is a threat to the city. You must not approach them. Destroy them, before speaking to it, before even making eye contact.
Somehow I don't think we're gonna do that.
I'm sorry about that.
If you keep on frowning like that, you'll get wrinkles, you know?
Nope.
Besides, we know your hands are tied.
I wish you'd said something to us. At least then we might have been more useful.
That's true.
Listen to him, getting his sulk on. It's only because he looks up to you so much.
You did the right thing, you know. The marionette is still out there on the loose, after murdering the professor. Ideally, it's something we shouldn't even have to hide from the residents. Anyway, you did well, Hal.
Thank you.
I'm impressed. It's hard to believe this is your first case.
Hey, miss! I work my socks off too! How about a little compliment from me?
Lily, it's too soon to celebrate. We still haven't solved the case after all.
Yes.
The professor's murderer is
Look at
hiding
that.
somewhere here in the city. We could have another murder on our hands, if the marionette feels like it.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like the lockdown will have to continue for the time being.
Look, what I don't get is, why did that guy try and cover up the professor's death? There's definitely something fishy going on.
Do they have some kind of connection?
Director General, do you mind if I duck out early? I'm feeling kind of exhausted.
Same old Ash. I suppose it won't hurt. Go on. I'll send you the classified file later.
And off he goes.
You did good today, Hal.
Thank
The
you.
investigation is important, but make sure you keep an eye on how the city is doing, okay?
Got it.
After all, counseling is a vital part of any supervisor's role. Go on, Hal. You should head home too.
Right. Anything around the office that I can just probably around my desk? No? Oh, she's not here anymore. Oops. Guess let's head home. What's going on? Why is everything dark? What happened here? Oh no. Don't tell me.
What the?
Something's wrong. This wasn't here this morning.
It wasn't. That was in Maya's room. No, that was in Noel's? That happened in Maya's room.
Maya? Someone's in there.
Freeze! Step away from Maya.
Okay, since when did I have a gun?
Hal, go ahead and shoot me.
He knows who I am?
keep holding my hands like this for a moment.
I'm so confused. I don't want to do anything.
Don't you recognize me?
It's Maya, isn't it? I knew it.
Help me.
You're...
Oh. Did we put her in our bed? No couch.
The marionette looked just like Maya for a moment back there. So, who actually killed the professor then? Lily. Where is she?
Where'd Lily go?
I guess Noel still isn't back from his physical.
The only place I can think would probably be Maya's because she was there with us.
What were they doing in Maya's room? Look at her brain activity. It's so agitated. I bet they did something to her.
Lily, I don't think that's what's going on. I think Maya is inside the marionette.
Hal, that's crazy. Look, Maya is right here.
You saw too, right? Their movements, they were just like Maya's.
You thought so too, right? I was so sure it was Maya.
Yeah.
But aren't you going to let Elaine and Ash know?
Let's just keep an eye on things until the morning.
Oh, my battery's low. Which means I'm gonna head in the next room. Just to make sure that it saves. And oh, Lily. Can I not move? Either way, I'm gonna end this video here. If you guys enjoyed. Is something going on or not? Okay, now I can move. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video here. If you guys enjoyed, hit the like button. And if you're new, please subscribe. And also hit that bell. Feel free to comment down below. And with all that said, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you in the next video.